Hello everyone, today is going to be a little bit of a different video today. This is our third installment in the lore-accurate Alien series, this time focusing on the runner alien from the controversial Alien 3. However, today I'm going to be giving you not one, but two builds. So let's go ahead and get into it. First off, I kind of want to explain my mindset here on why you're getting two different builds. Usually I make these builds based off of scenes from the actual film that they are from, but when I felt I did that this time around, the runner alien was kind of missing its trademark agility, so I made one build to be more movie accurate to the runner alien, and the other one to be runner accurate, meaning it's supposed to more encapsulate the character's like physical strengths and merits. First, we'll start with the movie accurate Alien 3 build. Fury 161 is probably the worst place you could get stuck facing a xenomorph, and the movie does a good job of showing just how bleak Ripley and the prisoner situation really is. They don't even have any weapons to deal with the alien. Which got me thinking about our first perk. Our first perk is the Blight Teachable Hex Blood Favor, which is whenever a survivor loses a health state, all pallets are blocked within 32 meters for 15 seconds. The pallets are the main way that survivors defend themselves against killers in Dead by Daylight. So this is my way of taking away their weapons, so to speak, so it is more accurate to the Alien 3 experience. For our second perk, I really wanted to emulate just how brutal the runner alien is. Besides Alien Earth, we've never really seen the xenomorph absolutely mangle their victims and leave them in a bloody, gory mess. There's even a scene where the alien looks up and it's just literally drenched in the stuff. This is because the xenomorph actually has no motivation to capture the victims and molt them into overmorphs, since it knows there's a queen xenomorph on the way. More on that later. To emulate this, we use the general perk Scourge Hook Gift of Pain, otherwise known to free players as Scourge Hook Weeping Wounds. Gift of Pain applies mangled and hemorrhage every time a survivor's unhooked from a Scourge Hook for 90 seconds, but this isn't the main reason that we use Gift of Pain. The more important part of Gift of Pain here is for the first time every survivor is unhooked and then healed to full health after being hooked on a Scourge Hook, they suffer a 16% debuff speed to healing and repairing until they are injured again. This also helps emulate the dwindling will of Ripley and the prisoners as they get more and more tired and strung out from their perilous situation. To also emulate the panic and horror that the runner alien puts them through, we will also be using the add-on harpoon gun, which is whenever you hit a survivor within 30 seconds of exiting a control station, all survivors outside of 60 meters of you scream and reveal their locations to you. I was really trying to find something that emulated the panic and frustration that sets in over the course of this bleak movie. A lot of the characters start screaming and shouting at each other as the stress of their situation starts forcing them towards their breaking point, especially near the end of the film. So I feel like Harpoon Gun shows this perfectly. Next, we come to my favorite perk in this build and probably the biggest plot point of Alien 3, that being that Ripley has been facehugged off screen at the beginning of the film and has an alien queen gestating inside of her the whole time. For this reason, the xenomorph actually refuses to go after Ripley the entire film, since it knows that her survival is important so the queen can be born. To emulate the alien refusing to go after Ripley the entire time but going after everybody else, we're going to be using the Myers Teachable Dying Light. Dying Light is for every time you hook a survivor that is not the obsession, you gain a token. Each of these tokens gives a debuff to survivor heal, repair, and sabotage speeds by 3%, maxing out at 33% at 11 tokens. This perfectly simulates how the runner intentionally chooses to go after the prisoners, ignoring Ripley even when she tries to provoke it many times. Just remember, just like the alien in Alien 3, the obsession must live, because if the obsession dies, you lose all of your stacks. Furthermore, the obsession does also get a 33% bonus to unhooking and healing, which further emulates Ripley's situation as she's kind of weaponizing her invincibility to the runner throughout the film. Also, a fun tidbit here, Dying Light and Gift of Pain make for a brutal combo. Gift of Pain applies a 16% debuff to healing and gen speed, but you can make this worse by further applying another 3% every single time you hook somebody who's not the obsession. Just keep in mind that in DBD most buffs are additive and nurse are multiplicative. Finally, I looked at the near final scene where the remaining prisoners are trying to lock the runner into the foundry so they can destroy it with hot lead. They do this by leading the runner down all these complicated hallways, slamming doors behind them as it runs at them at Mach speed. If there was only some sort of perk that you do something really fast and then nobody can access the place behind you anymore. This brings us to the tried and true combo of the self-destruct bolt add-on and the clown perk Bamboozle. Bamboozle is whenever you vault a window, you do so 15% faster and block the window behind you for 16 seconds. This perfectly emulates how the runner swiftly bounded through the halls and then the pathway behind them was blocked by the doors. Furthermore, self-destruct bolt makes you 30% faster in crawler mode, emulating the immense speed at which they were flying through these hallways. This build is overall brutal, but really needs to be played in a very specific way, and I don't want you to miss this part, so pay attention. Treat the obsession like Ripley from the movie and focus on the other three survivors mainly. Start hooking the other three survivors through Gift of Pain's initial debuff and continually applying debuffs through Dying Light, and eventually the generator speeds will come to a crawl and they can't really recover from this. Then after you've stalled out the gens, then you could go for the obsession. But like I said, we have two builds today because I know you probably want to feel like the runner, not just the snippets of them we get in the movie very briefly. So let's go ahead and get to the runner accurate build. First off, we start with the Chucky perk, batteries included, which is while you are within 16 meters of a completed generator, you gain 5% haste, and that haste even continues for 5 seconds after leaving that radius. This will help us emulate the runner's natural speed when moving around the industrial ruins of Fury 161. Furthermore, we'll be running an add-on that I barely use, that being Parker's Headband, which is whenever you leave a control station, you get 5% haste for 3 seconds. This compares to how throughout the movie, the runner doesn't really stay out for very long, popping in and out, doing a hit-and-run tactic that is kind of emulated by this add-on just a little bit. Now we go to our next perk, which is also focused on how the runner moves throughout the industrial foundry with ease. This being the Singularity Teachable Machine Learning. Machine learning is after you kick a generator, it becomes compromised, and once that compromised generator completes, you gain undetectable and 8% haste for a full minute, which is wild. That's so good. No perk on this build more emulates the stealth and vicious speed of the runner more than when machine learning is active. Also, as a little aside here, some of you are probably wondering, why didn't you go the route of having furtive chase and friends till the end? I thought about it, but if you are cued into DBD news, you know that they are attempting to nerf furtive chase back to a Terradius focus perk only. So I can't in good faith recommend it, knowing that that perk might change very, very soon. Finally, we return to how the runner is able to quickly bound through the halls of the foundry, even when the prisoners are trying to shut the doors and lock them in. So we picked the perk combo of the Clown Teachable Bamboozle and the Unknown Teachable Unbound. Bamboozle speeds up your vault speed by 15% when going through a window, and then it blocks it behind you for 16 seconds. Then Unbound further accentuates your speed by giving you 7% haste for 10 seconds after vaulting a window, as long as you have injured a survivor within 30 seconds of doing so. Survivors will not be able to escape you when you vault. That's kind of like the part of the idea of this build. To triply make sure of this, we're going to be using Self-Destruct Bolt as well, buffing our vault speed in crawler mode by another 30%. This build will really truly make you feel like the runner, constantly applying haste and vault speed to bound at the survivors before they can reach anything they can really defend themselves with. You know what I usually say at this point in the video, you don't have to take my word for how cool these builds are. Why don't you take a look in these showcase matches? Yamaoka, not the Death Pagoda, but Yamaoka. The family residence. Yamaoka is a map that I like. Both of them, I don't mind, but I just like never get them. I know part of that is just because they've made it to where Troy's not who I want to be after. Okay, there's somebody back here. Out of position as well. Oh, I think they started running though. No! You were in such a bad position, now you're not! Come back! For those who are wondering, this build works best when we don't go after the Obsession. And Victoria's Obsession. Wow, we lost Blood Favor on only one use. Darn. We're getting value though. Where's that? So, what are you gonna do? Throw that on me? Irex, clearly you're new here. Wow, look at that. Kind of unintentionally ended up working out. I'm not gonna lie. I love being the Xenomorph. I just say, what if you just, what if I just shoot around that? That wasn't gonna hit. Don't do what I just did there. There was no chance I was gonna hit that. There was no chance I was gonna hit that. That was far too early. That was a me issue. Why are you sitting on pizza? Because the chair is uncomfortable, and this is a comfy blanket. True and real answer. Can I even like actually moonwalking? I think she confused me. Like her move was so weird, and like moonwalking, not actually moonwalking, but just like moon stepping, and then just like immediately running into the wall was so funny. Dude, Sprint Burst needs to be taken out back and old yelling. What a brainless perk that provides so much value, dude. That was a good correction on my part, though. I think the problem with Sprint Burst, not even just from like it's annoying perspective, it's like you're kind of like teaching your entire player base to like not learn how to play without it, and then at a certain point what's going to happen is like the perk is gonna break for some reason, and then need kill switching, and then just nobody's gonna know how to loot. This is my obsession, which I don't want to go after, but until I find somebody else, this is fine. Serena was there, but like... Probably should have thrown that, dude. What we can do is we can give him his Gift of Pain, like his unique hook there. And then leave him from this point on. I'm not seeing them on that gen. They really wanted it at one point. They don't anymore. This one is on regress from when I kicked it earlier. Yep. Running, 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 running. Did you just miss the pallet that was right there, buddy? There was a pallet right there. Remember, even if you have somebody's initial hook, Gift of Pain still applies mailed in him, so always helpful. I hate when I get in games like this where like I should be using my tunnels as much as possible, but it's just like everybody's just grouped up, so there's not really a reason to. You should have thrown that, brother. Hi, Sylvie. How are you? How's your day treating you? I was afraid that would happen. I even tried to like kind of angle it around, but it didn't work. Did you just stip it? Okay, she's staying at the loop. I need to deal with this turret. I thought she was just going to WQA, and I was like, perfect. Excellent. Wrong move. Free drop was not the answer. Last initial hook of Gift of Pain. Good, good. 2 survivors death art, even better. I like how it includes the person not hooked. There's Arena. Perfect. That's exactly who I need. That's why you try not to put turrets next to objects if you can. The Xenomorph can use it to sneak up on them. I thought for sure she was going to go towards the pallet. An interesting choice. Gonna go for a normal hook because she's dead. With the usual dying light stuff. Michaela! Hi, Cheryl. Could have maybe hit her there. That would have been a barely hit or barely miss, so I just kind of played it safe. See, the problem is Michaela has sprint burst, so as soon as I get close, she's, yeah, gonna run. just squeezed my mouse too tightly. It's like what they said in that not death stream, the anniversary stream a long time ago. The reason they keep making those skins is because they sell. Hi, buddy. This is like the ideal game for this build. We got a lot of Dying Light stacks early, making the game pretty rough for them. But it's only getting worse. The only thing is our Blood Favor went a little early, but like we got value out of at least one chase, which is kind of all you need. You just need a good head start. It's honestly faster if I just walk this way. Gonna keep going after her. Hi, buddy. No reason not to. Keep the Dying Light train going. I am though. It's been so long. Uh-huh. He stacks the Dying Light. Hopefully they still got it. They can still make it work, right? Cheryl's also here. Dying Light the game? No. No. Man, she pre-ran. She's like, must go to Shack, must loop Shack, must loop strongest tile game. No chase, by the way. Behavior. Hi, buddy. I love Bambolt, dude. Such a funny add-on combo. I can literally play Shack Pallet like that. Like, beautiful. She's dead, so I don't really need a Skirt Trick. I'll just take a hook. Must pre-run Shack. Must pre-run main building. Yeah, just, you know, put 4 turrets in one place. Just cook them. Totally. Don't actually do that. Oh, deep fry the xenomorph. It appears he found it, chat. Hey, Thanksgiving right around the corner for Americans, so there you go. That was a syringe, not a diptych on Michaela. Shelter Woods. This is like the second or third time I've been here. Is this in the new rotation, Shelter Woods? In theory, it's a really good map for serve, but mostly just because it's huge. Main building can spawn some really nasty setups. Ooh, that was crazy. That was an absurd hit. Let's go. Oh, this isn't the tile I thought it was. That's on me. I thought it was one of the ones that had the ridge there, but it doesn't. Just nod at the chair like, hey, what's up, buddy? Hey, what's up, man? They're cute. Hey, you're going this way. Sable's still here. Hi, buddy. Killer Light! Killer Light! Bonk. Actually, I'm gonna hook her back here because this is kind of away from everything, so it'll be worse for them to like have to come back here and get her. They healed her pretty quickly. I haven't seemed to come back to this yet, though. I see Yui over there. I'm gonna take a shortcut. Bye, buddy. How many pals do we need on a map? Nah. That was either barely gonna hit or barely gonna miss. Woo! She's doing the right thing by leading me away from all the action. This is not gonna be great for me. Hi, buddy. Hi, Cheryl. I keep nodding to Cheryl like, hey, what's up? Can I help you? Hey, can I help you? Can I help you, Cheryl? We did Sable get back on this? Looks like yes. Multiple people are on it. I know Cheryl's, yeah, I'm gonna say Cheryl's probably gonna just yoink her straight off hook immediately, so we're just gonna go back. We'll punish her for that play. Oh my gosh, a 15 stream streak? Woo! Okay, she kept going. I just didn't see the scratch marks because she doesn't have scratch marks. Something's hiding her scratch marks. The machine learning gave me that in! Let's go! I was gonna miss just barely, and then I just randomly got 8% speed and carried me to the end. That was crazy! Can somebody clip that? That was hilarious. That's kind of insane. Okay, she's leaving. Not rubber banded. I got sped forward. It was haste. Me going zoom. Batteries included now too. I am 13% speed. Holy moly. That's probably the best use I've gotten out of machine learning like ever. It's like, oh man, I missed. Oh wait, never mind. I'm just like suddenly 8% faster. Now I do hit that. No, they're over there. Got that batteries included, which will work down here in the tunnels, especially since they buff the range. She's right there, but oh gosh, I didn't mean to let go of that. Hi, buddy. Oh, she's got that fixated. Too bad I have batteries included, so I am also fast. High fire. She really wanted that blind. Oh, I'm 12% speed. What are you doing? I'm the runner, baby. Shack pallet down, not a problem. I'm coming. Yeah, I wonder if, like, what the logistics of, like, how his stuff works, right? Because I know Zeno, you're, like, below the map. So as long as you're within range of that, you're good. But I don't know how spring traps works. Go ahead, finish it. Make me more powerful. Go ahead, do it. Make me stronger. That was a hell of a pre-drop. Yes! And now I'm even stronger. She was like, oh god! Oh god! Oh gosh! What is happening? Why is he so fast? Okay, you pre-dropped that one, but not this one. I thought she was gonna die on hook. Is he speed hacking? Is he speed hacking? I said. Well, that's so cool that you're so fast. Look, I'm 13% faster. I'm following you. Do you imagine the panic in their hearts when they sprint burst and I'm just like keeping up? They're like, oh, whoa. Oh, that would have been cool. Help, help. My auto win perk's not working anymore. What's happening? Maybe I snooze that. I appreciate it. Woo. There's like 3 or 4 pallets all in this tiny area. Like, holy moly, dude. It's my window, not yours. That rage quit is funny. I think it's kind of funny considering the fact that she was like kind of like leaving people for dead the entire game and okay. Okay, buddy. Okay. I'll go find the Nancy. That's a free tail attack for the tail attack board. We'll play it. If I can find her. I have no idea where this lady is. Miss Wheeler, here you are. Tail attack stomp coming your way. Nope. Because of that little hook there on the edge, I couldn't strafe quite like I wanted to. My body bopped off of it. Woo. This was great. 20 out of 10. Hi, Bubbles. How are you? Shunk. Wait, Cheryl thinks I'm bad? She said it was dog shit. Double B&P, by the way. Grocery store house. Yeah, that's what I thought, Clone. That's why, like, I'm not gonna ask. I'm not gonna ask to collab with him in a mode he actively doesn't like, you know? Not even for the content. I love the humming more than the content. Cheryl is the one I have to avoid. Sorry, I'm partially covering the items, I just realized, but that's... I can fix that in a second. The shock pallet drop is 5. It's kind of wild. She looks like she's just not... She's just gonna keep running. She's not gonna stay. Listen, I'm gonna say this. I know it's the cool guy thing to collab with everybody in 2v8. 2v8 is boring. I'll say it. 2v8 is boring as hell. It's fun for like a game or two, and then it's dry. It's so dry. I know it would be quote unquote good for the channel, for numbers TM, but like I don't enjoy it that much, so I don't think I want to. Who is this? Oh, this is Cheryl I'm dipping. No, it's, sorry. Uh-oh. How do I... If I just go back. Bonk! Oh, the matches, they've improved. Seems some of the sweats are going away, which is nice. Yeah, purple's pretty good. That was the one I liked a lot. Purple and pink seemed to work the best for me. Sorry, I was trying to space out that turret there. Like, why did you pass so poorly? Don't worry. There was no chance I would hit. Hey, Grim. Good to see you, homie. your Twitter post that you made, I think it was today, about the old lady cracked me up. That was a good part of my morning paper. That was funny. I think I was just barely out of range, but like the fact that my tail actively touched it and didn't get it is... Never mind. It happens. Well, I don't think they're together, because they would have came back if that were the case. Somebody would have come and gotten this. Also, just a friendly heads up. Your partner grinding, right? Like, not partner pushing, but your partner grinding, right? And they're a fantastic creator, so. Help a homie? I think that was a life, yeah. Alright. Hi, buddy. Okay, all three are behind me, so they're not going towards that nearly finished gen. A little bit late. That's okay. They boomed my tone. That's why I didn't hear it crack. I was like, when did I lose blood favor? Well, that's okay. Like I said, the point's not really to keep blood favor up the whole match. Harpoon gun helps you a little bit with that, but the point is more to like get a really good head start, because the problem, like I've been saying, not the problem, but one of the aspects of this build is that you're supposed to get Gift of Pain and Dying Light going, and you're supposed to have a lot of mid to late game pressure. So to offset the aspect of that, the fact that most of it is early game pressure, blood favor will help you have a good head start on your chases to save that time while things build up. This loop's really frustrating, so I just shut it down early. The whole game stuttered there. The game said, "Get down, Tori! I'll save you!" So Dwight did end up going back to that other gen finally. At this point, around 5 to 6 stacks is when we really start seeing it really hard to push through. Like, really hard to get things done for the survivors. Hi, Sursum. How's it going, friend? How are you? Okay. For some reason, she really wanted that tone back up. Yeah, I like Tari a lot, too. I haven't really connected with the original survivor, like, since Jeff that much. What are we doing? What are we doing, buddy? You're just self-carrying under the hook? What does that play? This is my obsession. Which means the other two are over there. The slap of 87. Yeah. Actually, it was the slap of 83. Actually. Okay, let's go and get rid of this. Actually, that slap actually happened in the MCI, which was actually a prelude to the UCN. You should have known that. If you were up on the lore, you would have known that. Start working on a horror game? Ooh. What kind? What's like the theme? Psychological slasher? So like at this point, Like, it doesn't matter. Because, like, sure, they're like, you know, 3.5 gens done. If not more. But, like, 7 Stacks of Dying Light, Gift of Pain, it's like, the game just kind of stalled out, you know? And that's the idea. You use Blood Favor to get a lot of early chase pressure. And then as you do that, you build up stacks of Gift of Pain and Dying Light, which make it impossible to finish the game. It was also a good day to test this, because, like, you saw that I, like, in a lot of my early matches, I was, like, going after the Obsession early, or, like, not spreading my hooks, and that really came back to haunt me, right? That does not really progress. Yeah, at this point, I'm just going to chase you, because, like, at this point, juncture of the match, it doesn't really matter. The game stutter there again. This game is, working well. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Where did he go? I wish I was using my queen build right now, because my queen build has ultimate weapon. I could just open a locker and know exactly where he's at. I could try the bait tech, but I have to go all the way up here. That's fine, Spectra. A lot of people have felt that way. Won't blame you. Hey, Solus. I think you're feeding the mods. Okay, she just... I don't think he's interested in getting her. Enjoy your luck, friend. Appreciate you. Not here. Few times suck? Yeah. Absolutely. Might have been better than usual, I will say. Like, they're like 4-ish minutes instead of like 5 to 10. So that's good. Remember, we can't hear the exit gates or the hatch and the tunnel, so just use the tunnel to get around. Don't try to use it to find the last guy. I almost replicated that clip, but I did it a little early. No! That's cool. That's really exciting. Can't wait to see how that turns out. Oh god. I was doing a specific, like, lore thing, but people have been switching my outfit all day, so it doesn't really matter. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Which Alien 3 build did you actually prefer? Was it the movie-accurate one, or was it the runner-accurate one? Let me know down in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe, because that's how I know I'm doing a good job on the back end. On that, hopefully this video made your day a little bit better today. If it didn't, I'll try to make your day better in the next video. And if I don't see you there, I'll see you when I see you, friend. Goodbye.